Hope Bryant is about disrupting struggle, advancing financial freedom, and building a new American middle class. I'll be reading chapter 14, Join the Movement. We by no means exhausted the topic, but we have covered a lot. We've talked about the problem and we laid out a solution. A multi-pronged approach that requires educational policy change, community engagement, partnering with U.S. workplaces and financial institutions, and public awareness. And we need you. Empowerment through education is a call to action. It is a plea for every person, every organization, and every institution to play their part in creating a financially literate society. If you're a parent, start by teaching your children about money. Start a savings account for them and talk to them about the value of money to change lives. Teach them about budgeting and the importance of saving and investing. If you're an employer, consider offering financial well-being programs to your employees. Foster an environment that encourages financial help just as you would physical help. If you're a part of a community organization, think about how you can incorporate financial literacy into your programs. Engage with organizations like Operation Hope to bring financial education to the people who need it most. If you're a policymaker or involved in government, use your platform to advocate for policies that promote financial education. Work toward embedding financial education in schools and creating partnerships that deliver resources to the underserved. If you're a financial institution, rethink who you are serving, how you are delivering your messages, and who are they reaching. Partner with nonprofits, governments, and community organizations to bring financial literacy to the forefront. And if you're someone from any community or sector of the population who has been inspired by this book, who sees the need for change and wants to be a part of it, join us. Join the Financial Literacy for All movement. Be part of this national groundswell that works to communicate the importance of financial literacy. Support the work of Operation Hope by becoming a member of the 1865 Project, by becoming a paid member or volunteering your time as part of Hope Corps or the Hope Time Bank for projects like 1MBBM, 1 Million Black Business Initiative. And for those who want to provide more structured commitments of time to and for our work, we have the Hope File Fellows, Interns, and Loan Executives program. Because here's the thing, as cliched as it may sound, we're all in this together. Financial literacy is not a problem for a few. It's a problem for us all. And it's our opportunity for us all to build a more inclusive, equitable, and prosperous society. Conclusion, a ladder for all. In the global theater, where nations are continuously jostling for the number one spot as the leader of the free world, the United States stands as a beacon of democracy and freedom. A flawed beacon, but a beacon, nevertheless. But even as we hold our ground against external adversaries, we face internal pressures that threaten our unity. Our greatest external competitor today is China, and it is actively capitalizing on those internal breaks, hoping to dislodge the United States from its place of influence. China's aspirations have never been so subtle and obvious at the same time. That's because its more strategic or most strategic weapon isn't its industrial might or technological innovation, it's China's ability to perceive and exploit America's internal divisions. China's strategy to outdo America on the global stage entails ensuring we remain preoccupied with them fighting an internal tumult. By fueling and deepening divides, China is diluting our collective strength. But here's the silver lining. America has always emerged stronger from adversity. The narrative of America is not one of an unbroken lineage of triumphs, but of resilience, of rising time and again from challenges. In our current situation that is daunting is no different. Each of us, regardless of background or belief, shares an intrinsic yearning for the American dream, the promise of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This dream binds us. It provides a shared vision of hope and prosperity. But to actualize this dream in today's complex landscape, especially one that's riddled with systematic barriers for main groups, we need financial literacy for all. At its core, financial literacy is about empowerment and control. In a world that seems increasingly chaotic, I'm gonna say that again. In a world that seems increasingly chaotic, where news cycles are dominated by economic downturns, trade wars, armed conflicts, and financial uncertainties. Being financially literate offers individuals control, a shield against the unexpected, a tool to navigate the complexity of modern life. Financial literacy transforms citizens from passive onlookers to active participants. When you don't know how to navigate the system that America runs on, it's all too easy to become pawns in a larger geopolitical game. To have your navigate manipulated for broader agendas. Financial skills or knowledge allows you to claim your agency, to go from pawn to player, from bystanders to changemaker. Embracing financial literacy is really about more than individual prosperity. It is a source of natural unity and strength. A financial literate populace is less to divisive tactics. If you really understand the game, you know that playing to win means bringing everyone along with you. Because the true measure of America's success isn't in the heights reached by a select few, but in the collective rise of all diverse communities. Success in America isn't a zero-sum game, and one person absent doesn't mean another's decent. We need more than just individual communities or groups prospering in silos. We have that already, and it's not doing the trick. We need every demographic and section of our diverse society rising together. We need a society where individuals are not just focused on personal gain, but on collective growth. Financial literacy is not just a checkbox to be marked off. It is a critical rung on the aspirational ladder of every American. Consider our black and brown friends, the ones who have been made invisible, some for many centuries, but who are integral part of the American tapestry. For them to fully invest in America's dream, they need to feel the grip of that rung in their hands. They need to be confident that it will support them on their ascent to financial stability and growth. The same holds true for every community of every race in America, middle class or lower class or high class, American, Asian, Middle Eastern, European, Latin American, or African. They too must be able to discern this first rung on the ladder of aspiration, knowing that with every step they take, they're not only elevating themselves, but contributing to the greater American narrative. And let's specifically address this often overlooked demographic, the poor and struggling white communities in America. Many from these communities once climbed, or at least aspired to climb, the ladder. Now, with the complexities of a globalized economy, shifting job markets, and social challenges, they have lost sight of what that first rung of the ladder even is. It might be a distant memory, but we can reintroduce to them this pathway for reclaiming their financial dignity. Last, we cannot forget the backbone of our nation, the American middle class. They've long been emblematic of the American dream, the standard bearers of stability and progress. But now they see the ladder they once confidently scaled as brittle or broken. And in some ways, it is. That's why we're working to fix it. It's imperative for this vast demographic to witness a restoration of that ladder, not just for their sake, but as a beacon of hope for the future. We need them to know that the ladder can hold the weight of their children's, and their grandchildren's aspirations. The world seems intent on highlighting and exploiting America's internal disparities, but not me. To me, the path forward is clear, and it is a unity underpinned by financial literacy. It is one of empowerment through education. By arming our nation with financial literacy, we won't just stand undivided. We'll be invincible against any force that seeks to challenge us. I think we could change the world and fix our problems as a society and as a country. I think we could be truly great again, and that will come from us doing things with and for each other, not to each other. Hate never built anything. Love, hope, and a business plan does every day. And so, this book is our new business plan for America. I see our so-called leaders tearing us apart with division on both sides of the political aisle. I see folks putting us against each other. That's precisely what countries like China and Russia want. They want us at war, cultural and political war, with each other, because the house divided cannot stand. That's in the Bible, by the way. When we take our eye off the ball, our economy and an economic miracle of a business model for a country begins to sputter and die. And it's important to know this. There has never been a country that was leader of the free world that was not also at the same time an economic leader. These two things appear to go together. So look at us. We are slowly falling apart. We are shooting ourselves in the collective foot. As someone once told me, You can't take no pleasure that there is a hole in my end of our boat. We are all in the same boat, and we all need to be on the same page about fixing the holes. We need to have a collective vision for how we all will win. And so, there's a vision for you that I believe can change everything for everyone, that could stabilize America. The vision is moving credit scores 100 points from community to community. No, that is not a typo, and yes, I am completely sober. I know exactly what I said. Stop saying this guy must be bright as we thought he was and read it again, because 700 credit score communities don't riot. 700 credit score communities don't riot. I'll say that again. They go shopping. Only 500 credit score communities riot. I'm joking, but I'm serious. Barry, think about this. Some of my struggling friends say to me sometimes, John, or some of my struggling friends say to me sometimes, Carlos, say your friend there, your name there. I really do hate rich people. They are often surprised at my reply. No, you don't. You hate rich people until you become rich. What you hate is a game system. What you hate is a system that you believe is set against you, where the rules are not published. The playing field is not level. And there's no matter how hard you work, nothing changes. You make no progress while watching others seemingly much less intelligent than you, absolutely killing at the game called life and success. That's what burns you up. But no worries. That's what I'm here for. That's what Operation Hope is here for. A partner to help educate you on the rules of the game so you can win at life. Empowerment through education. This is my business plan for America and the star attraction, the leading asset in each example of change. And the CEO leading the charge, and the change is you. Doesn't that give you hope? Thank y'all for tuning in. You know, it's your boy Karlo Rossi, man. Happy Valentine's Day, ladies. You know, this was one of my favorite books, Financial Literacy for All by John O'Brien. It's about disrupting struggle, advancing financial freedom, and building a new American middle class. So, later or tomorrow, I'll be reading the next chapter. Enjoy your day. Keep thriving. The best is yet to come. We're global.